Angelina Jolie, the name alone conjures images of a deadly secret agent, a majestic queen, and one of the most stunning faces to ever grace the silver screen. But there is a world behind that glamorous facade that few truly understand. The flashing cameras capture only fleeting glimpses of a complex woman who has defied every Hollywood norm, challenged societal expectations, and shocked the world time and again. Born on June 4, 1975, to actor Jon Voight and actress Marceline Bertrand, Angelina grew up in the spotlight without ever truly basking in its warmth. Her father's betrayal, cheating on her mother, remains one of the most formative events in her life. When Angelina was just 2 years old, the marriage came crashing down, leaving Marceline to raise Angelina and her brother James Haven largely on her own. The wounds from this fractured family would leave her with deep emotional scars, fueling many of her choices later in life. Behind the gates of Hollywood, young Angelina's life looked glamorous from the outside, but in reality, she was wrestling with demons. By age 11, she was already struggling with crippling self-esteem issues. Classmates would tease her relentlessly, calling her too thin, mocking her for her bold fashion choices, often black clothes and edgy accessories. The bullying cut her to the core, triggering bouts of depression that led to self-harm. She became fascinated with mortality and death, harboring a morbid dream of becoming a funeral director someday. Family tension compounded her struggles. Jon Voight's absence and her mother's heartbreak created an environment where Angelina felt misunderstood and alone. At age 14, she made a decision that scandalized her family. She moved in with her boyfriend. While most teenagers worried about homework or prom, Angelina was already navigating adult relationships and responsibilities. She openly defied her mother's pleas, choosing the path of rebellion over the safety of a conventional upbringing. To cope with her emotional turmoil, she experimented with self-harm and adopted a fiercely independent attitude. She found a strange sense of control in pushing every boundary, questioning authority, challenging social norms, and setting herself apart with eccentric behavior. The seeds of the Angelina Jolie the world would later come to know, bold, fearless, and unapologetic, were planted during these tumultuous teenage years. Despite her adolescent struggles, Angelina's undeniable talent emerged in her early roles. It's often said that acting was in her blood, a genetic gift inherited from her Oscar-winning father. Yet she wasn't content to rely on her family name. She wanted to prove herself on her own terms. Her first major breakthrough came with the 1998 HBO film Gia, where she portrayed the tragic supermodel Gia Karangi, a role that was as intense as it was revealing. Angelina dove fearlessly into the character, channeling her own emotional pain to depict a woman spiraling into addiction. The rawness of her performance caught critics off guard, earning her a Golden Globe and setting a precedent for the kind of roles she would gravitate toward: bold, complicated, and unafraid to explore darkness. Just a year later, she starred in Girl Interrupted, 1999, playing the rebellious and unpredictable Lisa, a role that resonated deeply with her real-life struggles. The film, based on Susanna Kayson's memoir of her time in a psychiatric hospital, hit uncomfortably close to home for Angelina, who had grappled with similar emotional turmoil in her teen years. The authenticity of her portrayal was undeniable. It was almost as though she wasn't acting at all. That performance earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress at just 24 years old, cementing her status as one of the most promising talents in Hollywood. With fame came scrutiny. She was no longer just Jon Voight's daughter. She was Angelina Jolie, a force to be reckoned with. Casting directors clamored to work with her, and audiences were captivated by her magnetic presence. Yet while her career soared, her personal life continued to generate headlines for all the wrong reasons. Angelina has never been one to play by the rules. She seemed to have an almost rebellious disregard for conventional Hollywood etiquette. One of her earliest scandals came at the 2000 Academy Awards when she kissed her brother James Haven on the lips after winning the Oscar for Girl Interrupted. The media went into a frenzy, labeling the act everything from inappropriately intimate to downright disturbing. Jolie brushed off the criticism, claiming it was a moment of pure familial love and excitement. Shortly afterward, she married Billy Bob Thornton, an actor known for his own eccentricities. Their union was a whirlwind of passion and shock value. They famously wore vials of each other's blood around their necks, a symbol of their intense, some might say macabre, devotion. The relationship was volatile, provocative, and quintessentially Angelina. But nothing prepared the world for the earthquake that would be Brangelina. In 2004, Angelina co-starred with Brad Pitt in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. At the time, he was married to America's sweetheart, Jennifer Aniston. Rumors of an on-set affair exploded across every gossip outlet. Both Angelina and Brad initially denied any romantic involvement, maintaining that they were just colleagues with great chemistry. However, paparazzi photos soon emerged, showing the two vacationing together before Pitt's divorce from Aniston was finalized. The scandal was unstoppable. Public opinion was divided. Was Angelina a homewrecker, an irresistible force Brad Pitt couldn't resist, or both? Overnight, she was cast as the villain in a love triangle that obsessed the public for years. Yet despite the backlash, Brangelina became Hollywood's most powerful couple. They adopted children from around the world and had 3 biological children together, creating a sprawling family that symbolized Jolie's passion for multiculturalism and humanitarianism. Their combined net worth soared to over $600 million, and they became the paparazzi's favorite targets. Every move chronicled, every whisper amplified. For a decade, they ruled Hollywood as the ultimate power couple. But in 2016, the fairy tale ended in a highly publicized divorce that shook the world. Allegations of violence and substance abuse emerged, and the couple became embroiled in a bitter custody battle that raged through the tabloids. Gone were the days of red carpet glamour. In its place was a harrowing family drama that left the world wondering how such an idyllic partnership could crumble so spectacularly. Even during the height of her personal chaos, Angelina's lifestyle remained extraordinarily lavish. At one point, she and Brad Pitt owned a breathtaking French chateau, Chateau Miraval, reportedly valued at $60 million. This estate wasn't just an opulent home. It included vineyards that produced award-winning rosé wine, lush gardens, and sprawling landscapes fit for royalty. In addition, Angelina maintained a $25 million mansion in Los Angeles, ensuring she and her growing family always had a luxurious sanctuary to retreat to. The extravagance didn't stop at real estate. Jolie was known to shower her loved ones with jaw-dropping gifts. She once famously purchased a heart-shaped island for Brad Pitt as a romantic gesture, showcasing the depth of her generosity and the scale of her wealth. Her jewelry collection, rumored to be worth millions, boasted pieces by high-end designers and included family heirlooms that she passed down to her children. Travel, too, was done in style. Whether jetting off to Cambodia or Namibia, private planes were the norm. Yachting excursions along the French Riviera and exotic holidays in remote locations further exemplified her opulent lifestyle. However, no matter how lavish the surroundings, Angelina's travels often intersected with her humanitarian missions, blending luxury with a deeper purpose, something that set her apart from many other Hollywood elites. While tabloids feasted on her scandals, there was a side to Angelina that rarely made the front pages: her unwavering commitment to humanitarian causes. After filming Lara Croft Tomb Raider in Cambodia, she witnessed the harsh realities of war-torn regions. Villages crippled by landmines, families torn apart by poverty, and children orphaned by conflict. This experience transformed her life. She adopted her first child, Maddox, from Cambodia, and began using her wealth and influence to make a tangible difference around the world. In fact, Angelina's activism has always been deeply tied to her personal life. Each of her children's origins reflect a part of the world she has grown to love. Maddox from Cambodia, Pax from Vietnam, Zahara from Ethiopia. The actress has often stated that motherhood helped her become more empathetic, driving her to fight for a better future not just for her own kids, but for all children in need. In 2013, Angelina shocked the world not with another film role or headline-grabbing scandal, but with a personal health decision that resonated far beyond Hollywood. After genetic testing revealed she carried a mutation in the BRCA1 gene, giving her up to an 87% risk of developing breast cancer, she opted for a preventive double mastectomy. The revelation, published in a New York Times op-ed titled "My Medical Choice," sparked a global conversation about women's health, genetic testing, and body autonomy. The decision wasn't made lightly. Angelina's mother, Marceline Bertrand, had died of ovarian cancer in 2007, and other members of her family had also battled cancer. Fearful of leaving her children without a mother, Angelina underwent the procedure, emphasizing that she wanted to encourage every woman to explore their options and make informed decisions. The essay was met with an outpouring of support from medical professionals, celebrities, and ordinary people alike, many praising her bravery and transparency. 2 years later, she took another drastic step, having her ovaries and fallopian tubes removed to reduce her risk of ovarian cancer. Again, she penned a heartfelt op-ed, explaining her choice to the world. These health battles didn't just showcase Angelina's resilience, they redefined her image from just a daring Hollywood star to a warrior for women's health and an advocate for open discussion around difficult medical topics. Love her or hate her, few can deny that Angelina Jolie has carved out a singular place in Hollywood lore. She has never fit neatly into any box or label. She has been a troubled teen, a Hollywood rebel, a doting mother, an Oscar-winning actress, a fearless humanitarian, a lover, and a fighter, all in one lifetime. The controversies that surround her are as much a testament to her complex nature as they are to the public's fascination with her every move. Through every scandal, every triumph, and every heartbreak, Angelina has continuously redefined herself. She transcended the confines of celebrity culture, channeling her fame into humanitarian missions that have undoubtedly saved lives and raised global awareness about pressing issues, from refugee crises to the plight of women in conflict zones. She has faced her own mortality, reshaping the conversation about women's health and preventive medicine. She has harnessed her vulnerability as a source of strength, reminding us that beauty, fame, and wealth do not insulate anyone from deep personal struggles. Yet, perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Angelina's story is that it's far from over. At 50, 60, or even 70, one can only imagine what new chapters she will write, whether it's another transformative film, a groundbreaking humanitarian initiative, or a quiet life removed from the constant glare of the paparazzi. One thing is for certain: Angelina Jolie will never stop surprising us. She has defied the odds at every turn and shown that reinvention isn't just possible, it's practically her calling card. So, what can we expect next? A humanitarian award for her tireless work? Another directorial masterpiece that brings to light untold stories of war-torn regions? Or perhaps an entirely different venture like the Broadway show she's producing with her daughter? Only time will reveal the answers, but if history is any indication, Angelina will continue to break barriers, challenge norms, and live life on her own terms. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more untold Hollywood stories.